And on everybody, it's your boy KAIO, and I'm back again this time to give you another One Piece video. And in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys my review of One Piece chapter 1006. So we finally got back to some action. Well, not the action on the rooftop, and not the action between Black Maria and Robin. In fact, the action that we got today was Hyogoro versus some of the Beast Pirates, and we also got Marco versus King and Queen, which was absolutely sick. Loved every single moment of it. It hasn't finished yet, but for what we got, it was pretty good. But I'll talk about Marco a little bit later on, because there's some stuff I do want to talk about, like revolving around Marco as a person and just how he's dealing with King and Queen, if you know what I mean, and just like he's managing to do it. But focusing on Hyogoro and the way that he's taken out the Beast Pirates, and it's like he's delivering his final speech, because obviously he's one of the people that are infected, and he's saying, well, even if I die out, I'm still going to fight to the end. I'm going to sort of conjure up everything that I can do, and you know, if everything goes wrong, like you're saying to the other Yakuza bosses, then if the antidote isn't done in time, and you know, I've exhausted everything and I start turning, just take me out. And that's the way the chapter ended. He wasn't taken out, and I've got a feeling that Chopper might have actually done the antidote in time, and before we get the swing, he's just going to go in there and inject him, and Hyogoro's going to be fine. And the fact that the majority of other people, the blue flame is starting to go out, and they are starting to transform again. So I think within the next chapter that Chopper will be done and ready to go, so that will be his part all sorted. But with Hyogoro and going on with the speech that he had, as if like he was talking to Oden, I thought was very touching, and I like the way he just explained it, and it was just like over a certain few panels that Oda created for us, where he's talking to Oden and he's saying like, well, what would have happened like if I'd have confronted Kaido with you? And it kind of makes us think like, well, would Oden still be alive? But then I don't really like agree if Oda did that, like putting Hyogoro and Oden together, because if they did, we would have had the epic scene with like Oden holding up all the Akazaya 9 like in the pot. Like I feel like that's a legendary point. Oden's like a freak of nature. He's like one of the top guys like within the series, even though he's gone, but I still ranked him as one of the top people within the entire series from what we've seen and who we've met and what's been showcased. You can see where I'm coming from, and I'm pretty sure you guys do agree with that, because Oden's just crazy. We saw in the latest episode when he went on to like take Goldie Roger, and then Roger just like slapped him like through like 5 or 6 trees. Anyway, but it's like the fact that he's talking like to Oden, he's saying like he's proud, and that Oden would be proud because of what the Akazaya 9 have come to do. Like they've managed to start the raid, and everyone's fighting for him, and it's like in his name. And then like he's talking about his apprentice Luffy, and just like he can see how proud he is of Luffy, which is really cool. So it's like he believes in Luffy, which he does. People are still thinking that the raid's going to fail. I don't think it will. It looks like it's going that way, but you want it to go that way, because you want like the rest of the Straw Hats and the Akazaya 9 and whoever else is on their side to sort of feel that pressure, because it's not an easy group to go against. So I can see why people are saying they think the raid will fail, but sometimes you have to get to the hard part of feeling like this could go downhill to where it can be overturned, and that they're on the back and they're like, okay, yeah, we're actually going to lose this. And I feel like Perospero really does deliver. I like with what he says to Carrot. It's like, we're going to show you guys what the Yonko are made of, and he's confident that it's going to happen, even though he said he doesn't like working with Kaido's pirates, but he will do it because he says the children need to be taught a lesson. And the fact he's grabbing Carrot as well, and yeah, I feel for Carrot. Like, she got an absolute whipping. Like, she looks really badly beaten. Do I see her coming back to fight him? It is possible, you can't rule it out, but it's the fact now that Perospero is now changing his like view to Marco. So is it going to be a 3-on-1, or is someone else actually going to jump in and fight Perospero? It could happen. I mean, Sanji, for instance, like he could fight Perospero. I mean, I know it's a long shout, because where he currently is right now, it seems like he's like nowhere near the action, but the route that he's taken, depending on wherever he's going, he could end up there. Because he's deciding, do I go to Kinemon's group, or do I go the opposite way and go to Momonosuke, Yamato and Shinobu? And of course he doesn't know who young Master Yamato is, as he says, but when he does go there, I can imagine he's going to have love hearts, because that's just Sanji for you, and it's most likely going to happen. But if he is going the other way, then who's to say that he can't come across Perospero, and they could have like a little duel? Because I'm not saying that Marco can't do a 3-on-1, but Perospero is not anyone easy. Like, you could look at him and think, oh yeah, like he might be one of the top sons, but he's not anywhere on like King or Queen or Katakuri's level, which he isn't, but I'd say he's relatively close. It wouldn't help out Marco in the end, would it? Like, having 3-on-1, okay, you might be able to get a bit more, you know, like, of a hit on Perospero and like knock. Imagine that. That'd actually be quite sick if like Marco just one-shot Perospero. That'd be funny, and I'd enjoy that quite a lot. But still, I feel like 3-on-1's just a little bit like unfair on Marco. But hopefully, you know, Sanji comes in or someone else comes in. Maybe Carrot might come back, or I don't know, someone else comes in. I mean, I did originally think that Sanji and Jack could fight. That could still happen, and I wouldn't have an issue with that. But just going over everything and the way it's working out, you could see Perospero versus Sanji, and I wouldn't mind that. I think it'd be quite funny to actually see that. It would be a good fight. Hopefully, if we do see that happen, but we'll just have to wait. But I think Sanji knows that even though Momonosuke's in trouble, he doesn't know who Yamato is. He knows who Shinobu is, but I kind of feel like Sanji may have that gut feeling that Yamato will be okay. Because the fact that Yamato is the kid of Kaido and we saw what Yamato's capable of. We haven't seen like the full power, but Yamato isn't someone that you want to, you know, mess with. So I feel like Yamato will be fine. I feel like he's mainly going to head towards Kinemon's group because, yeah, they're literally on the verge of dying unless either Hiyori or Toki, like it's one of those two, actually manages to heal them. So I feel like he's going to go that way. That's what I'm guessing anyway, and that's the way I'm going with it. That's what all depends on what Oda wants to show the next chapter. Moving further on within the chapter, Queen tries to attack Hyogoro, and then Marco comes in with like a blast, and it is a sick fireball blast. Like, it was fantastic, and I love the way that he's using like the two fingers, and it's like he conjures up like one of the flame balls, and he just sets it off again. It's like, I'm glad that we're seeing a lot more of Marco's Devil Fruit, because we know he can fly, we know he can do like a lot of healing, and he's very quick, and he's got his Haki, but we've never seen him like do all this, and I like that. It kind of reminds me of like Doctor Strange a little bit. Like, you know how he does like all like they do like the circle discs, or he does like whatever, like moves like the fingers. It's nice to see that Marco can do that as well. I think it's very cool. So it's not just relying on like Devil Fruits where they can just sort of like fire like bullet strings like Doflamingo or the Godfred, but it's nice to see this type of thing. It kind of feels like a, as it is like, you know, it's a mystic like Zoan fruit. And the fact that he's taken on Queen and King, and it's like he's having no issues, even though he said like it's quite rough taking on two people that have over 1 billion berries bounties, but it's like you can see he's scratched up a little bit, but it's like he's not like, oh my god, I can't take this anymore, I'm gonna go down if this keeps going on, Jesus, oh my god. Like, Marco's not doing that. Marco's just everywhere. It's like you see the one shot where it's like he's landed after kicking King. Yeah, after kicking King. And then, or was it Queen? It was either no, it was Queen. Yeah, it was Queen. Yeah, because he already took out King. And then he was going for Queen, took Queen out. And if you look at the panel where he's standing there with the leg up, and you look above, you can see that Oda's included where he's kicked Queen. Just hit my balloon there. Yeah, he's kicked Queen, and then he's landed and come down, and then he's done his speech. But the way it's going, I feel like, you know, King and Queen are like realising that Marco is strong. They know Marco's strong, but Marco is very durable. Like, he's got a lot of durability, and you'd expect that from someone who's had a lot of experience alongside Whitebeard. And you saw it within the latest episode as well. Like, you saw how young Marco looked. His hairstyle looks so funny. He just looks so different. It's weird. It's like, it was a great episode though. But seeing how strong Goldie, Roger and Whitebeard were at the time, and just like seeing the clash, like, and they're not even like touching swords here, like you can see like the Haki, just like the big ball, and just everything's just like caving in. So with that, and then taking into account what Marco's capable of, and just knowing the experience he has, like for all those years like being alongside Whitebeard, you're expecting him to have a lot more experience and a lot more stamina, just a lot more power than Queen and King. I'm not saying that they're not strong, because they are, and Marco's admitted that, but if you get where I'm going with this, and you guys would be expecting it as well, I think we'd all be a bit disappointed if like Marco was no match for him, or he was and he just suddenly deteriorated and that was it for Marco. So I'm glad where this is going. I think Oda's doing it the right way, and I feel like we will get to the end of the battle. I don't know if Marco's going to be the one to finish him off. Maybe he will, or maybe someone else might come in. So where I said that if Big Mum is to fall down onto that level where they all are, then Marco's going to be like, oh god. But if some of the guys actually fall down, maybe like Zoro or Kid, Killer or Law all come down with them, and Luffy's the only one left up there with Kaido, which I can kind of see happening, then Marcus will be like, okay, cool. And then we could have like the Zoro versus the King, or the Zoro versus the Queen, or then we'll have like Marco versus Big Mom, and then we could have Law versus Queen or King. Like, this could go any way, really. I feel like that's what's going to happen. I feel like the rooftop battle is set in stone for Luffy versus Kaido, personally. That's my view of this thing. So within like the next few chapters, we could see some stuff happening. What do I expect from the next chapter? I could see it possibly going back to the rooftop, if not maybe carrying on this a little bit longer. But Oda's sort of trying to save the best parts until last. But eventually he is going to get to that part where it's like he's going to show Robin versus Black Maria, or he's going to have to go back to the rooftop. But I'll save that for my predictions video, and we'll go a little bit further on into that anyways. So overall, guys, yeah, this chapter was good. I enjoyed it very much, especially the Hyogoro stuff and the Marco, Queen and King stuff. I thought that was very, very good and very well delivered by Oda. So with that being said, guys, make sure to smash the video with a thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. What do you think is going to happen? Did you enjoy this chapter? Also, make sure to hit the subscribe button. It'd be amazing. Make sure to turn on the notification bell so you guys never ever miss a post, and I'll see you guys for the next video. So until then, see ya.